Hey, what's up, guys? I am back with another video. Hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Aquarius. So, Aquarius, I'm just going to apologize in advance for any background noise. All right. Welcome to my unprofessional channel. If you're new, all right. If you're not, oh, welcome back. Okay. Just remember, Aquarius, it's a big world. So, it is general. And this is definitely not professional advice. You do what you want, Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, what's up? I sense love in the air. Okay, if it's not love, maybe you're making new connections. I do feel like you guys are feeling pretty good. Okay, some of you even reach a finish line. Um, for some, you probably receive something. For others, it's more that you accomplish something that you were focused on. Okay, and it's a really good thing. The only thing is, I know you're enjoying yourself, but make sure you pay attention to other things that are going on because I do feel like there's some things that you're not seeing. Okay, I think it may be that you're a little distracted. That could be why you're not seeing it, but I do feel like you need to pay attention to something. Okay, but you're feeling good. Okay, or for some of you anyway, that is general. Let's see what I got. I also feel like for those who may have met someone or maybe it's someone you know, I don't know, but I just feel like this feeling that you're having comes from, well, it's like after a disappointment or after some sort of loss, um something that you needed to heal from is what I'm sensing. It could be multiple things. It could be one thing. I just feel like someone has come in and made you feel better. Um, I kind of feel like you thought you may not feel this way, you know what I'm saying? But you do, you know? So, like I said, it could be a love, but it could just be that you're just making new connections, you know what I'm saying? And you just don't feel the same way you did in the past, you know? I think that you're still healing in some way. I feel like that's from disappointments. Okay. Yeah, you made that a focus in your life, and that's a good thing. Knight of Swords upright. And look at that. 10 of Cups. Okay. So it could be that you have a few people in your life that are making you feel good. You just feel connected. You're starting to feel complete. Even if you don't, 100 yet, you're on your way to that. Okay. And like I said, it's something that you focus on. I will say that I'm sensing with this night, you may have to take some action. You may have to make some decisions. I do think you need to make a plan though. Okay. Because some of you are very, well, he's a quick night. Okay. Actually, he's the quickest. And I just feel like sometimes you got to make a plan first because if you're too fast, just think about like when you're in a car, you go too fast and you miss some of the landmarks or maybe a cool store or whatever it is, just think of it like that. You want to slow down a little so you could take in everything. Okay. Especially when it comes to family, because I feel like, you want to make the best decisions for you and everyone involved. Okay. But there is definitely a completion here. Okay. I kind of feel like it's like yeah, like there's a few things that have ended and completely completed. Okay. But there's like maybe loose ends with other things. You do have another 10 here. Okay, maybe those are the loose ends I'm talking about. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. But I feel like, this is a work in progress. Okay. Don't feel so well, the way I feel like some of you feel like you're not heading that way or you're not at that point where you're complete. And honestly, Aquarius, are you ever going to feel complete? Because in life, there's always something to do. Once you finish one thing or accomplish one phase of your life, you're going to want to do something else. Don't think of it as just things piling up. No, your life is changing. And so with that comes decisions, comes maybe challenges, comes blessings, growth. Life is always changing. Okay. Look at that. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You're going places. I do feel like some of you were upgraded, but you may feel like, well, I'm here, but I want to be over there. You know what I'm saying? And, enjoy the accomplishment of being where you are now because you did work for it. You did things, you made decisions, you took action to get where you are. Congratulate yourself for that. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with wanting more, but don't rush. Okay. Don't be blind to what you have already accomplished. You definitely have potential. Okay. Definitely have potential. Her kingdom is thriving. It's good. She's secure. A lot of potential to grow in many ways. Okay. Even some side business I just heard. Okay, so if that's something that you want to do. I will say be careful, I guess, who you do business with. Okay. You may want to involve people and help people that may not make it so easy for you in the long run. Okay. But I feel like this is more about those loose ends I was talking about that you feel are not complete yet. But I do feel like you're on your way to that. Okay. Maybe balance with your options. Like I said before, make sure you think, okay, before you move forward. You may see things differently. You may see more options, but also just balance because I think some of you are just too quick and you may be a little distracted. Okay. You have the full in reverse. Okay. So, like I said, give yourself some credit. Okay. Have faith in yourself, where you're going, what you can create. And sometimes you got to take a chance, Aquarius. Okay. Not foolish ones, but, good ones. Sometimes you just kind of got to go with the flow and not worry. Okay. I do feel like some of you are loosening up. You're not as tense and as stressed out as you used to. Maybe in your recent past, maybe your past, I don't know, but I feel like you're coming out of that. You just need to have a little more faith, okay? That you will end up where you should be, okay? As long as you take the action, plan it out, do what you want to do, okay? And that even includes in family, okay? There may be like some disagreements with certain things. Yeah, let's see. 3 of Pentacles sideways. Not everyone may agree with you, but I do feel like there's definitely room for compromise. Okay. I think that if everyone respects each other's differences, there shouldn't be an issue. Maybe growing in a way that suits everyone. Okay, not just you, not just them, not just whoever. Okay, I feel like you got to come up with a plan. Okay, because I do feel like this is a good connection. You can grow with other people. I did feel like you were connecting with other people, so that could be family and business, or maybe both. Maybe you're doing something with family, a project, or trying to reach some goal. And I do think it's a good thing. I just think everyone needs to be organized, be on the same page, respect each other's differences, listen to each other. Okay, let everyone have the floor. Okay, even if you don't agree. And I'm not just talking about you, I'm talking about everyone involved. Okay, because I do feel like there's a way for everyone to be on the same page and really thrive, really grow. Okay, there may be moments where you do need that faith, where you're like, nobody's listening. Aquarius, don't worry about it. Okay. I think people listen more than you think they do. Just because they don't do what you say don't mean they're not listening. It's just that everyone's different. I do feel like you should listen to a little more, okay? Because everyone's different. You know what I mean? That's why I said I feel like if everyone puts everything on the table, there can be a master plan that benefits everyone. Okay? Have strength. Have the strength card. I feel like that has a lot to do with family. It's almost like well, for some it can be a little bit connected to money. I'm only saying that because there may be some things that come up that are unexpected between the 3 of Pentacles and the 10. I just feel like it may involve other people, family, the way things are handled. I don't think it's anything major, though. It may feel that way. It may get on your nerves, but I don't think it's anything major. But I also feel like getting through the challenges of working with others, I feel like that's also coming up. You know, sometimes you have to be a little delicate, okay? And it takes strength to do that. It even takes strength to bite your tongue, okay? But sometimes you have to, in certain situations, because it may make things worse when that's not your intention, okay? So definitely think about it. So I'm going to go back to that night about being too quick, okay? Careful with that. And whatever challenges come up, I do feel like it may seem very hard to deal with, or hold on, or find a plan, but as long as you balance and really think about it, I feel like it will be fine. I do feel like this is not just for you. It's a group of people, okay? And it's something life-changing, okay? There's definitely something coming up life-changing. So that could be why you need to think a little more, not just you, but everyone involved, because it may be a situation where everyone's kind of on edge because they don't know what to do. And so it's like nothing's organized. And when there's a time to brainstorm, is like, I feel like kind of no one's listening. If everyone listens, I feel like I said, there can be a better plan. Not only that, you won't have to worry so much, not just you, but everyone involved. I don't know why I feel like I'm reading a bunch of people here, Aquarius, okay? So whoever your unit is, whoever you're trying to grow with, whatever you're trying to do, okay? Because I feel like it's a whole group of you, okay? Don't get taken back by the suddenness. Don't get taken back by everything that needs to get done. Just take a step back, okay? Because it will be quicker than you think. Some things I feel like you feel is gonna take forever. Okay, I don't even feel like this happened yet. I feel like there may be little things that are creeping up to it, but this hasn't happened yet. This tower moment, I feel like some of you think it has. So maybe there was some recent issue that happened or something change. So some of you may feel like it is, and some of you may be at the beginning of it, but I do not feel like you're at the peak yet. Okay, I just feel like there are things kind of happening that are leading up to it for most of you anyway. Again, it's general. Okay, but there is an ending to that. Got the 9, you got 2 10s, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be as long as hard as it may seem at first. Okay. I had to put the AC on. I don't know if you hear it, but I'm hot, Aquarius. Okay. You have the Lovers as your top card. You could even be dealing with a Gemini here with the Knight of Swords and the Lovers. Okay, it doesn't have to be, I'm just saying. Even a Capricorn, Sagittarius. There's going to be a whole lot of decisions that need to be made. I still feel like it's both, though. It's like relationships and decisions in life, okay, for whatever that is to you, building your future, including others, because this can be a generational thing, okay? Have more faith in that, because I feel like you can really reach that, you and other people. And Aquarius is not just going to be you. Okay, I don't know why I need to tell you that, but with this Lovers, I'm feeling like everyone is going to put something, put some effort in, put some work in, okay? I also feel like that's also why this is coming up, okay? Teamwork. You don't need to do everything alone, and neither do other people. I feel like it's good for everyone to put their hands in it, because it's going to make it easy for everyone. And for some reason, I feel like everyone's going to be like closer and maybe bond in that way by achieving these goals. Okay. So I do feel like you need to let people in to help too. But there has to be a balance. Even with this, I'm feeling balance. You know what I'm saying? That's going to help you make the choices that are best for you and everyone involved. Okay. But I feel like this is really good. And like I said earlier, I feel like some of you have met someone, whether that's a like-minded person or love. Okay. I do sense for some it's definitely love, because I just feel like there's love in the air. I feel like I want to smile and laugh. Okay. So that's a really good thing. But I do feel like you're at a bit of a crossroads. You just don't see it yet. I feel like once this tower moment really comes to peak, you're gonna see, like, you know what, I need to pick which way I'm going here. Okay. And you're gonna have help with that. You just gotta let it in. Okay. And I feel like the same will go for you. Like, if you let it in, other people will see that and they will also let it in. Okay. So you may even be a bit of a leader here. Okay. But even leaders need allies, right? They need help. You have the Hangman as your bottom card in reverse. It's not as it seems, Aquarius. Okay, you're learning a lot. Yes, there may be some sacrifices. Okay. For me, I kind of feel like you may have to do things. You may have to, maybe some of you have to give up something. Maybe some of you have to put some work in, take some action. But it's not the type of sacrificing that you may feel and think at that time. Okay. And you will see that as time goes by. I feel like you will learn that. But also, I feel like I said, you're kind of at a crossroads where you're growing in different ways, relationship wise, life, but also probably spiritually. You're awakening, you're seeing things differently. But there are certain things I do feel like you're not seeing. And I think that as you move down this path, it actually may be other people that may help you see, okay, or at least take some of the fog away that will help you really see everything. Okay. So yes, you have grown and that's beautiful, but there are just some things I feel like may come to light later. You know, it's weird because I kind of feel like, honestly, with that time, I kind of feel like you're going to feel like your hands are tied in a way, kind of like the Two of Swords. But then it's like as time goes by, it's like you're going to be released, but it's more like you're going to be released in your mind, how you think, how you see things. So whatever this is, I feel like it's a good change, but it's also like a lesson. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like it's a hard lesson or anything. It's just one that I feel like you're not going to expect. Okay. Even if there is some challenges, especially when things are changing suddenly, because that's where you're going to feel a little like you may even feel on guard, honestly, like you have to defend yourself, or maybe not yourself, but just your goals, like defend your, maybe your money, your family, that type of thing, or just feeling like you got to be ready. Okay. And in a way you do, just not how it's just not how it seems. Okay. It'll be a lot easier than you think. Okay. So don't get so riled up. Like I said, have faith that you're going in the right direction. And I do feel like you can sense that anyway, but because in life there's always changes and things that we can't control, sometimes it kind of, takes us back a little. Or like gives us a little shake up where we're kind of like got to get off footing. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else I have for you. More message. Give yourself some credit. Told you. Give yourself some credit, Aquarius. You're doing great for doing a good job at this whole life thing. See? Yes, see? You're doing better than you think. Really look. Really look. Okay. Even if you have to go back 5, 10 years, really look. Okay. Because things are falling into place in different ways. Okay. And just because there are changes or maybe challenges or decisions you need to make doesn't mean that you're not doing well. You are. Okay, so real quick, Aquarius, your last card was make time to play, have fun, be free. I apologize. It kept stopping for some reason, my program that I'm using. Okay, so you may see it cut up a little, but this is your last card, which makes a lot of sense with the Fool being carefree, worry free, have some fun, loosen up. You're on a good path. Anything that's coming up, you can get through. Okay. Whoever can relate, obviously it's general. Okay, but I feel like you got what you need, Aquarius. But that is your message. I hope it helps in some way, and good luck.